Hello everybody, my name is Komon and welcome to another Genius Invocation TCG video. Today we're going to be playing a new spin on a kind of old deck. It's the first deck I have played on this channel. It was basically just an Albedo talent deck where you just got his talent consistently, you got ways to get free swaps, and you just plunge attack as much as possible for just, the standard 2 damage or 2 cost 3 damage that his talent enables. However, now with Sethos being out, and his passive working on plunge attacks, this makes this deck really interesting. Because for those of you that may have watched my Sethos video, you may know that I don't like his skill in burst. I think his skill is very awkward with the fact that it deals 0 damage, it just applies elements. So if you already had an element on the opponent, the reaction isn't going to deal any damage. Like, Electro Charge will not do the AoE damage. So it is really awkward. I wish it was dealing 0 electro damage instead of just applying an element. But his passive is something I've always been high on, something I've always liked. And for those of you that don't know, his passive makes it so that his normal attacks don't generate energy and instead consume it. But when they consume it, it deals damage equal to the energy plus 1 and in the form of piercing damage to the lowest health enemy. So something like a crab shield, this goes through that. But most importantly, with just 1 energy, you can deal 4 damage on a normal attack, which plunging attacks are normal attacks. And his talent gives him 1 energy twice in 1 round, essentially, and can give him more energy later. And with how much energy this deck generates, you can give him energy through Calx's arts, which is perfect because that Calx is Albedo. It fits perfectly. But yeah, basically with just a bunch of ways to give Sethos energy, with ways to buff his plunging attacks, transfer energy onto him, you can deal like 7 or 8 damage plunging attacks with just existing, essentially. And we're already running a bunch of cards that, well, in the original decks we were just running in every House of Stove, but here I've opted for 2 copies of Storm Terror's Lair so we can get all of the talents and just go absolutely wild on Sethos. And I genuinely think this is a much better use case for him than the usual skill and burst stuff. But I guess we'll see. Let's get into the games. Okay, game 1. Going first up against Yelan, Reese, but none of them do cry on their normal attacks, so I don't get how that's supposed to combine with Yelan. I'm gonna throw everything away that is not exactly these 3 cards. Liben, Storm Terror's Lair, and in every House of Stove are like the perfect round 1 start. Here I can do Storm Terrors, every House of Stove. There is a chance I don't draw Albedo talent, which would be annoying, but I do. Obviously if I see Albedo talent in the opening hand, I always get it, but yeah. I should have also played this, because they're likely gonna they might deal physical damage. Also, this doesn't seem to be a Yelan deck. It's just a straight up Rosaria deck, through and through. Which is interesting. Now I am gonna use my quick swap, go to Venti, so I don't waste my dice. And next round I'm gonna start with a discounted Venti talent. Use the free swaps and the cost reduction to go on Sethos. Hopefully I draw some way to give him energy, be it his talent or Calx's arts. And yeah. No energy for me, it seems. But it's fine.
Let's play.
Now in this scenario, I would, where I don't get ways to give Sethos energy, I would just go on
Understood.
like Albedo. Because his burst is just 2 energy, just 3 dice for 6 damage while you have the summon out on the field. This makes it perfect, so I can play the... Like, this is... Monster Resonance is perfect for me, because I can just play the usual style. Oh, so she's gonna freeze one of them. But what if I just go here? She can't freeze someone with no Cryon. And also, because of this placement, you can do a Sethos skill that's not that awkward. Because when you're not going all in on Sethos, you can actually do stuff like, you know, skill here.
Excuse me?
And then Venti talent or Venti skill.
Brace yourself.
You already want to be skilling with Venti, and here we get extra... Wait, I can just... You know what's funny? I can just kill here.
Cool. You're the boss.
Like if I tune a card, which will be Liben, I can just kill.
How was I so wrong?
You see what I mean? Like, here you can actually take advantage of everything Sethos is doing, because you already want to be swapping a lot. It's not like the Janion decks where you're playing Janion just because it guarantees that Sethos gets energy. It guarantees the swirl. Like, Cookie Janion already guarantees a swirl. You're not playing Sethos because he's that good with Janion. I mean, you are, kind of. Like, he's still good. But, like, this makes use of his skill and his passive perfectly. His burst is irrelevant. You have no reason to be using his burst. When, like, Albedo talent
Beg for mercy.
literally makes your attacks 2 cost, 3 damage. Why would you spend a Sethos burst to do 2 cost 4 damage? It's just 1 more damage for that much trouble? Absolutely not. But yeah. I'm gonna put this on Venti. Skill here, I think. Or do I skill? I guess I don't have to. Yeah, I absolutely don't have to. I can just go on Venti with his Storm Zone already active. I can do this. Can I play a second one? I don't think I can play a second one. But I can do 5 damage. And I have like way too many dice. Yeah. I mean, yeah, there we go. Okay, game 2 for you, game 3 for me. I actually just went up against this person and I didn't draw my Albedo talent, so I am happy to see it here. I had like the worst draws of all time up against this person last time, so I am happy to see this. That is a bit excessive, but I can work with it.
Research?
I can already tell you they are not gonna be playing like what you would expect. What they are not gonna be playing what you would expect. I'm not gonna put in the previous game in the video because it went horribly because I didn't draw Albedo talent. I did have both in every house of stove and Storm Terror's Lair, but it drew me the other 2 talents. And one thing about this deck is that I was thinking about putting in a second copy of Albedo talent, and in testing I did that. But it bricked every single time. I drew both copies every single time by early round 2 at most. Like, it was... I drew it way too much.
Burst forth.
So, yeah. But here, now I can actually showcase it properly. Because I can go on Sethos, give him gladiators, give him his talent, and just for one unaligned, I can deal 3 damage, and then an extra 2 for 5. And then I can... Honestly... Oh. What? Honestly, I'm just gonna chill on Sethos. Cause like... Yeah, I was thinking of tuning this so I can swap off of Sethos and swirl next round with Venti if I draw either a second copy of the Monster Resonance or the Venti talent, but and I did draw one of them, but I guess it's still fine. They did waste their arcane pretty much. Like here I can go on Venti,
Give me a moment to compose myself.
draw some extra cards, deal 3 damage, and now when they swap, now I'm going on Albedo, and when they swap I'm gonna draw an extra card with Heart of Corona Brilliance. I'm gonna deal 3 damage with him, and then it's gonna swap me to Sethos, who is gonna like who's gonna be able to take out Kirara if I draw Caux's Arts, which I did not, but it's still fine. Like here I can do Sethos kill, and I can do Sethos kill to swap to Venti after a normal attack first, obviously. No, I had Monster Resonance. I was thinking like maybe I could Sethos kill and then set up like extra energy with Venti skill or the summon. But I guess I don't need to. Like yeah, that damage was enough. Obviously 5 damage for 1 dice. It was a pretty good deal. And here I can tune honestly Monster Resonance in order to kill Yelan.
How was I so wrong?
These are not the cards I want. Not the cards I would like. But honestly, they're fine. Like, I am gonna be able to... here, Boar Princess is great, but I am gonna be able to use, like, maybe Albedo Burst, swap to Venti, do a normal attack, Albedo skill... No, not Albedo. Swap to Venti, do a normal attack, then use the Venti talent, swap back to Sethos, and he's gonna be able to use 1 0-cost attack. I believe that's probably the play. Like I should probably Albedo Burst. That is the part I was talking about from that I saw last game that you wouldn't be expecting. Why would you have Sapwood Blade and not like Aquila? Or like, why would you not have Light of Foliar Incision? The Alhaitham Sword.
Moment of birth.
Like doesn't... Like wouldn't that be much better? Like you wanna live for many turns, and here's another great use of Sethos.
Experiment.
Here,
It'd be right there.
not only can he kill her, he can actually kill her through the revive.
Take care of the gang.
How is this not better than the burst? Like, I did just mention that I lost last game, but like, to be fair, like, I didn't draw Albedo talent. So it is a bit of a deck building mistake, but like it can be rectified within no time, in like genuinely no time. Like it's so easy to fix that mistake. And here, unfortunately, I don't have Albedo talent active, so I can't just lunge for 3. But what I can do is swap to Venti for
Give me a
free,
moment to compose myself.
use his
Here
skill.
we go.
Probably should have used Burst instead. But wait, no, I was thinking I was thinking like I could quick swap next round because of the summon to Sethos and finish her off, but I can't. I can't actually do that because this summon is running out. Like this is a bit awkward, but like I can play with this. You know? After all, they only have Kirara. And what is her burst gonna do? I don't have enough cards to play for it to damage me. Well, I do. Obviously, I could play all of them out, but like I'm just gonna play out one of them. Oh. I guess I'm gonna play out another one. Sure, give me extra dice. Thank you.
Express delivery.
Let me equip this. Burst.
Time for takeoff.
Now I have a summon backing me up. If they somehow manage to kill Venti, I can finish her with Sethos. Because he has way more than enough damage to do so. Like I can just normal attack twice with him and that would be 8 damage this round.
Busted.
You know, I don't even need him, but I will go on him.
It'd be right there.
One cost for should be 4 damage, but they die beforehand. Game number 3. Should be 4, but as I mentioned, I did lose once to my previous opponent, but I did eventually beat them. Okay, so here
Some in the field research.
I can guaranteed get Albedo talent. I have 1 talent in hand. I can draw 2 more talents with every House of Stove and Storm Terror's there, so I'm good.
Burst forth.
Also, that's a really interesting deck. Like it's not double animal Shenhe, but it's like a bow Shenhe. Like you're running probably Moonpiercer and King Squire, and you have both on like a hyper carry and like a general aggro plan.
Give me a moment
Sure.
to compose myself.
I do like that build. I'm just gonna do this. I know I can play the Sethos talent for free later. If I theoretically wait until I use it on round 4 or round 3, yeah. But like, I'm just gonna play it out now. Next round I can Venti talent, swap to Sethos, 1 dice, deal 3 billion. Or however much he does. Because I'm pretty sure I also have Heavy Strike.
Yahoo!
So here they're gonna burst. And they have a quick swap, so they're gonna wanna swap to Farazan. But I'm not gonna let them.
Cool.
I'm going on
You're the boss.
Sethos. And because it's a quick swap, I can actually do this. And then this just kills, yeah. And then because of his talent giving me back 1 energy, I can do a 4 damage attack again.
Escape from fate.
Really? Partisan.
We'll see
Interesting.
about that.
Do I do 4 damage right away? Like again? I don't think so. You know what I do? I do Sethos skill,
Give me some space.
and because this is a swap, I can do Venti normal attack, which is going to be a plunge, or alternatively, I can do burst.
Time for
I was
takeoff.
thinking I'm going to plunge, but burst is better. Wait,
Cool. You're the boss.
this costs 1, right? Yeah, and it deals 7 damage. Have fun. Like, do you see what I mean with his passive? His passive is ridiculous. And then I don't care if he dies, honestly. I should have actually kept Liben, because here I'm gonna... Oh no, oh yeah, it swaps me back, so I'm safe. I was thinking, because I'm gonna end on a gambler's character, I should have kept Liben, but yeah, I forgot that Farzan is gonna swap me back. So now I'm even safe. Like now I can just reapply Venti skill, like the buff, and then quick swap to Sethos or to Albedo or either one, honestly, and deal 3 billion damage, basically. I am gonna play Boar Princess, just in case they kill any of my characters.
Here we go.
They probably are going to, but yeah. I don't think they can kill all of them. Like, they definitely don't have another 5 cost, but they do have that. And then I have
Some in the field research.
8 dice, 3 damage per attack. I have this as well. So here I'm gonna swap to Sethos, and then I'm gonna be able to swap back to... Theoretically, I'm able to swap back to Albedo because of Venti
Some in the
talent.
field research.
Deal 3 damage for 1, and then I can burst later with him. Or I can just finish with burst now, and I think that's what I'm gonna
Great
do.
undertaking.
I don't need to show off. Like, you get the idea.
Goes
Game number 4. Up against... something? Overload. Burn. Overburn. Whatever. Yeah. I think I'm gonna keep it just these two. Okay-ish start.
Some in the field research.
I did not expect them to go on Nahida first. I was expecting them to set up something with like Yaimiko or Toma. Like maybe set up a Toma burst. But I guess they're probably gonna go with the 5 cost skill. Maybe. Maybe. I guess we'll see.
Burst forth.
This reduces the cost of the elemental die you spent. Yep. Okay, yeah, so they're swapping off. I'm guessing they had bad dice. They can't get to the 5 cost. But yeah, here I'm just gonna spend 1 unaligned.
Don't get too close.
And I'm gonna just hit them again. Just bonk them on the head a little. For no reason. That is not like efficient or anything. The better play would be to swap the Sethos to deal 3 damage instead of 2. But I guess it worked out, because they think I'm rushing Venti Burst for some reason, but I have no reason to be. Like, Venti Burst is like pretty good for setting up swirls sometimes. Like, the swapping can be interesting, but like, what swirls are you seeing here? But yeah, They are indeed rushing Thoma Burst like I thought. I think I'll keep as much Animo as possible because I want a Venti skill. But then from that point onwards, it doesn't really matter. Yeah.
Brace yourselves.
But yeah,
Supporting fire.
this game is pretty much over. I have like a real combo set up and they just got Thoma Burst.
Understood.
And yeah. I can't kill. I can't do a charge attack. So heavy strike is not gonna do enough, but yeah. It's gonna be a while before they actually start doing something. Or something I'm scared of. Something I'm afraid of. So yeah, I guess I can just talk a bit about something I noticed, which is that... Oh. Thank you for swapping me into Venti, how kind of you. But yeah, which is that YouTube just hides comments from me sometimes. Not that I don't see them eventually, or not that like it hides like a lot of comments, but there was a comment that like I saw a day later. And like it never showed up in my notifications. I looked in the under the comments of that video. It wasn't there a day ago. Now it is. Don't know why. Don't know how.
Cool. You're the boss.
But it is there now. Anyway, yeah. Dead Miko.
The fun
Yippee.
is
Yippee.
over.
I can't do the high pitch thing. Not right now. I should probably drink some water. I've been recording for like 2 hours now, and I have not drank any water. I should probably go do that right after this. But yeah. Yippee. But yeah, sometimes like YouTube just hides stuff from me. Like I'm just... Like one time I replied to something, and I refreshed to check if everything's okay, and for a second it wasn't okay. Like YouTube just wasn't showing it to me. And like it was showing it under the video, but it wasn't showing it like
Witness my great undertaking.
for me in YouTube Studio, because I replied to comments in YouTube Studio. Like when I'm checking through everything, like when I'm checking for comment, checking how the current video is doing, if it's doing bad, why it might be doing bad, like I'm still learning, you know, so I check pretty regularly, and I check for comments in YouTube Studio, but for some reason it often hides them from me only in YouTube Studio, and I don't know why that is.
Didn't keep you waiting, did I?
Like there's often times where it doesn't really,
Think you
where
can
like
get away?
it shows them to me in other places.
I don't understand.
Like it shows them under the comment section itself. It shows them that I've replied in any other place I check, but not in YouTube Studio for some reason. But yeah, this game is pretty much over. Like I don't see how they come back. But yeah, I still did see it though. Thankfully, it wasn't like a question. Thankfully, it was one of the like loving the videos, keep it up. I'll keep going in the next game, I guess. Game number 5. Yeah. But anyway, thankfully that comment that... Okay, I have guaranteed Albedo down here. But thankfully that comment, and I have Liben.
In the field
This
research?
is like the best start ever. Thankfully that comment that it hit from me was just like nice video, keep it up, something like along those lines. I can go find it right now. I think. I'll try to find it again. But thankfully it wasn't like a question, because I genuinely try my best to answer all the questions, like the usual, like, nice video, like, I love your videos, whatever. I love those. I love receiving those, but like, I can't just keep I can't just keep replying thank you to every single one. Like at a certain point it gets a little crazy to do that. Like at a certain point, like I can say thank you to some of them, but like when the video has like 5 comments and 3 of them are thank yous, like I don't want to say like, or 3 of them are like saying that they like the video. I can't just like mindlessly go through every single one of them and just go thank you, thank you, thank you, because I don't know enough ways to say thank you. I just know the usual thank you. And like, it's gonna be a bit weird if somebody's like looking through the comments and seeing every single one gets a reply, and a lot of the replies are just the same thank you over and over and over again. Not that anybody's gonna complain, probably. Like it's
Didn't keep you waiting, did I?
like it's just a thank you. Nobody's gonna complain, but like, I don't know. I guess I'm just being weird is the thing. I guess I'm a weirdo guy. But yeah, let me see if I can find it. And it was on the video that so far has the most comments out of any of them, so I guess that might be a reason why they hit it. Because the video was getting a lot of comments, and there might not be enough space in the notifications, but no, they should still give it to me. I don't know. I'm confused.
Here we go.
But yeah. Oh yeah, here's the comment. It's just loving the long videos with a hands doing a heart emoji. Pretty simple, pretty straightforward.
Understood.
And like, thank you. Like if you're watching this, thank you. Like I love receiving every single comment I receive. I love. Even here's the thing. I'm weird enough to where I'm probably gonna enjoy receiving hate comments. I can already tell you that much. Let's kill here. Well, not kill, but let's deal 6 damage. The summon's gonna kill. And then I think I'm just gonna stop here. Sure. I'm getting the damage buff next round, so it's pretty much free. I guess they're probably gonna kill Albedo, but like, that's fine. I have a damage buff, I have Sethos with talent and heavy strike and gladiators and everything. I'm probably gonna draw like maybe a board princess or a gamblers, so yeah. But yeah, like I'm weird enough to like enjoy getting hate comments, because anytime that happens, I can probably like learn from it. You know what I mean? Like, whenever I receive a hate comment, somebody might be, it's probably not gonna be like straight up, you suck. You know, it's probably gonna be like, this is boring. You know?
Let's shred, Sharpie.
Or actually, you suck, I can derive something from. But like, I can learn from that. But like, for example, if somebody says you suck, I can also learn from that, funnily enough. Why did I do that? I'm gonna go back to Sethos.
Cool. You're the boss.
But like, if somebody says you suck, I can learn from that. Like, it's like, that probably means they are interested.
What kind of guy?
Like, it might mean they either think I'm bad at the game, so I might need to step up my gameplay, or I might need to show off like better decks that they might be interested in, or they might be talking about my personality, in which case, sure, you know, like, if you don't like my personality,
Give me some space.
cool. Nobody's asking you to like it, you know? That working like that is hilarious. But yeah, like, if somebody doesn't like if my personality is the issue, it's like, okay, maybe I can change something? Like, if somebody says that I'm, like, this is boring, maybe I could change something about the way the video is structured to make it more interesting, right? Like, hate comments can be helpful. So yeah, like, I love every comment. And obviously every single comment helps with the algorithm and whatever, which I still don't understand.
The sunset.
So many questionable things have happened to my videos. Like, oftentimes
Think you can get away?
I'm looking at the...
Into the wind.
Oh, they're gonna kill me here. Yeah, they have the extra damage. Wait, no. They're not gonna kill me immediately. But yeah, so many times my video is like... Yeah, the summon is gonna end me. But yeah, so many times the video is doing very poorly and then it spikes. And I have no idea why it's doing that. But yeah, I'm losing this game, unfortunately. And this might be the last game because it's been already 45 minutes. I don't know. I'll see if I do an extra one. But yeah. YouTube is weird. YouTube is weird.
No. My lyre is broken.
That was indeed the last game, and YouTube is still weird. In between recording the last game and the outro now. My latest short has just spiked from like 10 views to 300. That is... Sure. Sure. Whatever. I guess it just does that. But, yeah. Anyway, as you can see from the deck, this is, in my opinion, by far and away the best use case for Sethos. Like, his passive is so good. His passive is so incredibly good. His burst is just, as I've mentioned multiple times throughout this video, just a slightly better Albedo talent. Like, with Albedo talent plus Monster Resonance, you're just doing 2 cost, 3 damage attacks. Sethos does 2 cost, 4 damage attacks with his burst. Why would you go through that much effort to get 1 more damage? I don't understand. But yeah, when you combine the two together, like his passive with Albedo talent, you can get really interesting results. Honestly, you could probably improve the deck list. There's probably like this is probably multiple cards off from the best it could be. You probably should be running a second Albedo talent. You probably should be running like less changing shifts, honestly. Like, there's a lot you could probably do here, but it does pretty well as is, and it actually utilizes Sethos in an interesting way instead of being a worse cookie or like a slightly better sometimes, but most of the times worse Chlorend. Like, this is actually an interesting use case for him, and this is one that I actually like playing. It's not as awkward, and I do recommend checking it out, especially if you love the usual Albedo Plunge deck that I showcased like 2 weeks ago from now. From when you're seeing this, probably. Yeah, it would have already been more than 2 weeks since the channel has started, but yeah, that's about it for the deck. You can like the video if you liked it, you can subscribe if you want to see more, you can comment down below if you have any questions or any suggestions even. Have a nice day, and I'll see you tomorrow.